Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA.Patriot.Cards, and as promised, today I'm back to talk you through the trade that I made that I showed yesterday in my mail day video. It was the second biggest trade that I've ever made through the mail, and it was for this 2017 Panini Prism Patrick Mahomes Rookie Auto Camo PSA 10. Gorgeous card. Let me tell you about how this trade came about. So actually my trade partner put this up on Instagram and in his stories and just said he was looking to sell or trade this. And I saw it, reached out to him, and he immediately told me that he was willing to go buy the most recent comps for this card, which intrigued me because this card last did on July 21st, $23,400. And prior to that, on April 17th, it did $24,000. So just to be able to trade into this at auction prices or a comp that came from an auction, I thought it was going to be a good deal. Now, if you see here, this golden auction that happened on August 6th, that actually wasn't a comp during the trade coming about. So we started talking about this trade last weekend, which was August, 5th, 6th, 7th. And he was pretty adamant that he wanted to get the deal done and the cards in the mail, as soon as possible. I think we really started talking about the deal on Friday night. A lot of guys are like that. A lot of guys want to finish a deal, get the cards in the mail, overnight them, 2-day them, whatever it might be. And I usually don't have a problem with that, and I didn't have a problem with that in this case. I wonder now, however, looking back, did he know that this golden auction was running, and did he anticipate a much lower comp than the last two? And in this case, it was lower. It's 21.6, not a great deal lower. Had we been working off of this comp instead, I don't think I would have been able to necessarily pull one of my cards back. If I had the Mahomes, I wouldn't honor that golden comp. I would say, two comps before that, it was at 41,000. So just because a card of this size goes for 21.6 doesn't make it a 21.6 card. If you're willing to trade this, you can almost ask within reason what you want for it, because not a lot of guys are. This is a pop 5, and so I imagine the other 4 have found their forever homes. This has found its not forever home, but long play home. So anyway, let's get into what I gave for this. So I gave these 4 cards here, and just using the most recent comps for these 4 cards, I was able to get to about 24K, which is what we used as the Mahomes comp. Let's talk about the first card, the Julio Rodriguez. You see here, the comp I circled is the comp that we used, which was an August 1st comp. There's another comp right before that, July 28th, for 4,500. We split the difference here and called it 4,250. This, you can see, is pre-injury comps. This card got as high as 5,000 back in July. I think that was right around the home run derby. But you can see the last 3 comps, the 7th, 8th, and 9th of August. The card has dropped, significantly by $1,000 from the July 28th comp and by $500 from the August 1st comp. So I was able to get back some of that difference with the golden auction here on the Julio. So that I considered that a good comp for me to use. I purchased the Julio back in the summer 21 at the Dallas Card Show, and I want to say I paid $2K for it. So I was able to double the value on that card. and I was happy to do that. So let's talk about the next card, and it is the Lamar Camo. So on the Lamar Camo, you can see there's really only been 2 sales in 2022. Back in May on the 29th, it went for $42.75, and then July 24th, it went for $43. This card has gotten as high as, I want to say, I don't have it right in front of me, but I think it's gotten as high as $6. I was happy to get 43 as a comp for it. I don't know what to expect from Lamar Jackson. He's coming off that injury. He missed most of the last month of the season, or even maybe the last 6 weeks of the season last season. So not really sure what to expect. I've read some things that he's put on a bunch of muscle and he's coming back with a vengeance, and that's all well and good, but he's on the brink where if he doesn't come out and show the Lamar that we're all used to seeing, the MVP Lamar, his hobby love, I think, will take a hit. So, I mean, the next time this thing goes to auction, unless Lamar comes out strong, it could go for $3K. So we'll see what happens there. I was happy to get the 4,300 on that. This camo I bought back, I think, in 2018 for $200 or $300, and then I graded it. So all told, I think I'm into the camo for, I think the grading was 4 or 5. So I'm under 1,000 on that. Let's talk about the Lamar Silver. So the Lamar Silver, let's see, last sold May 22nd for $5,040. Prior to that, April 24th for $5,400. You can see that this card back in August of 2020 went for as high as 16. Now that seems really high. I guess this was right prior to the season. And then by December that year, it was down to $4,750. Here's what I gave for this Lamar. I gave a Ken Griffey 89 Upper Deck PSA 10. I gave a Kaboom Ronaldo PSA 10. And I gave a Blue Ice Kyler Murray PSA 9. And I got back the Lamar and like $250. So I bought that Griffey for $400 before the explosion on those. For a long time, those PSA 10 Griffey Upper Decks were going for $400, and I bought it at the Dallas Card Show back, but when it was at the Hilton Garden Inn. For those of you that remember, way back before the Dallas Card Show got to be one of the biggest shows in the country. And then on the Ronaldo, I actually pulled that out of a Panini Rewards pack and graded it. I think the grading was $300 or $400. And then on the Blue Ice Murray, I traded a friend of mine at around a $850 comp for that. So all told, I think I'm in maybe $1,500 on the Lamar Silver. And so to get $5,250 is what we ended up doing on this. Trade value was huge for me. It's a low pop card. All the 2018 Prism Silvers are super low pop. That's what makes them so great. I mean, the Silver Mahomes from 2018, his second year, goes for more than his rookie. Because in 2017, Prism made all the rookies silver for whatever reason. And then in 2018, you got 1 silver per box, per hobby box. And so I think it was a 300 card set. So chances of you pulling a rookie were low, a quarterback rookie were even lower, and then getting a PSA 10 on that thing, almost impossible. So I think the Lamar and the Josh Allen pop counts are in the 20s. So speaking of the Josh Allen Silver, let's look at that. Okay, so I circled this because this card was actually at auction on eBay while we were figuring the deal. Okay, so this ended on Sunday night. My cards were in the mail by Saturday afternoon. So I sent them not knowing where this card was going to end. And I did that because he also originally had wanted a green prism Tatum rookie, PSA 10. Those things are about $1,800. He wanted me to throw that in on the deal. And he wanted it, sort of a premium for me trading up, him trading down. And I was able to get him to agree to not take that card by shipping before this auction was over. Basically, I just told him, I said, hey, look, if we're gonna, if we're gonna include the Tatum, I want to see where this Allen ends, because if it ends at 12 or 13K, like I don't think I should have to include the Tatum. There was a camo Allen PSA 10 sale that I think that did 13.8, and so basing the silver off of that camo, you would think that the silver might be 14 or 15, because on the Lamar, the camo was 4 roughly, and the silver was 5. So I didn't know where this Josh Allen was going to end. It ended up finishing at 10,450, which, man, I was happy when that happened, because I just didn't want to see it end at 13 or 14 or 15,000 and just have to swallow the fact that I took a bad comp on it. But I didn't. I got 10.5 on it. I based that sort of on what it had done back in October of 21. And while the Allen market has exploded, the card market in general has come down. So I figured it'd be somewhere around where it was in October. And I know a few guys at the Dallas Card Show that had these 10s that were selling them for around 10 to 11K. So I figured 10.5 was good. On this card, here's what I gave for it. I gave this Bobby Witt Jr., which I was in for about 3.5. And then I gave the first Bowman Tatis, which I included which I got in a trade. So I don't remember what value I got it at, but I remember the comp on it that we used going back for the Allen was around 5, I think. And those have come down a lot. So, and I had a little cash, but I was able to really get good value for that Allen. And then when I shipped it off in this trade, I got good value as well. Because back in October of 21, when the Allen was around the same, 10 plus, the Mahomes camo was around 41K. So while the Mahomes dropped half in value, the Josh Allen held steady. So, you got to look at that. Maybe it didn't go up necessarily, but just about everything has almost taken a 50% hit. So I was able to save the value there. It didn't take a hit. Most of Josh Allen's stuff hasn't taken a hit, and that's one reason I wanted to get off of some Joshes. I'll show you all the Joshes I have at one point. So I had 12. Here they are, all 12 of the Josh Allens I used to have, and here are the 2 that I have left. Now, interesting on the green, it's a pop 1. So everyone has seen the green Prism rookies, but the green Prism auto rookies are very, very, very short print. Matter of fact, like I said, this is a pop 1 Josh Allen. So I'm not sure. It's not numbered, but I would think the print run has to be 10 or less. But it's a pop 1. If you're interested in that, anybody watching this, I got it for about between 15 and 15K and 20,000, trade or sell. So just hit me up. There's actually a guy in Buffalo that told me if I could get up there, he'd buy it for 15K. But I'm like, well, I can't. So sorry, I guess we're gonna miss out on that deal. But yeah, so that's basically the deal. Like I said, they kind of both sides ended up to around 24K. And then this golden auction at 21.6 rolled in. Wasn't much I could do about it. Matter of fact, I didn't even know about this comp until I started putting this video together. But that's neither here nor there. I'd still do the deal today, knowing that this comp exists, because, like I said, this is going to be a long-term hold for me. I really think that Mahomes is who we think he is, with or without Tyreek. I think he's going to be a more balanced quarterback this year. I think the Chiefs are going to have to get a little bit, creative with how they use Kelsey and how they use, Juju and McCole Hardman. I think be a good start as a replacement for Tyreek. I don't know if he gets us all the way there. Tyreek is a very special player, but he is somebody who can take the top off of defense and still, remain a viable deep threat for Mahomes. So I'm interested to see how he does this year. If he wins another MVP and throws another 50 touchdowns and is crowned Super Bowl champion, then I killed this deal. If not, and if it's Josh Allen that does all that, then maybe I lost. But that's what's great about this hobby. That's what's great about these big trades is now I'm fully locked in on all the Chiefs games, just like my trade partner, I'm sure, is going to be locked in on the Ravens and the Bills. So until next time, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Thanks, guys.